back to Alternative Reality Gaming. I'm your host, Lenny, and if you're lucky, one of my furry co-hosts will join us today. Your stream will begin shortly. Enjoy. Alrighty, we are back. Actually, before we get back, I should probably fix my music because it's been stuck on this same Metallica song. And all I did was hit next song. I'm not selecting songs. This is always completely random. And yes, at one point I did listen to ICP. So there is random ass ICP music in here too. So let's go to the freight market and see what we can find nearby. Don't want to drive too far, but it looks like this direction definitely pays more. Ooh, but it's driving up into the part of the map that I don't know if it has been updated properly. This is the paid mod, and I have not paid for it in a few months, and the game's updated a few times, so I'm afraid to go up there for fear of random crashes and just losing the game. So let's see what we got going in other directions. We can actually do. I still want to do the bigger loads, I think. So let's grab. That one's 111, 120. Nothing in that city at all. Okay. 141. Alright, so that looks like the highest paying for sure. And it's almost the same route. That side. I just did one that went to this city, Tours. So we're gonna be going to Saint Benoit, it looks like. Uh, I'm just gonna do it because it's money. Money's money. Let's jump back into first person here. Get this parking brake off. Was it telling me? The GPS was telling me that I still had a load right here. I don't think it had corrected yet, I think is what was going on. Yeah, okay. So it wants me to go over here, which is fine. My actual garage we figured out is right here, over in Mulan? I don't know. But yeah, so as soon as I hit 80,000, I'll be able to unlock the next slot and start working towards that Scania. I think I'm actually gonna do right hand, uh, mostly because, well, for one, the shifter's not on the right side. It's on the right side in your guys' video, but is it? No, it's not. I forgot. I corrected it for pointing reasons, so that when I point to my left, it actually points to the left. I always found it weird that like when I was in a video or something, I'm like, hey, look at that dude, and I'd be pointing like the opposite direction. I don't know. That looks screwy to me. So why does it saying that chat was paused? Here we go. We got it going. Truck in real life called a Volvo. Oh yeah, the FH16. I actually like the FH16 a lot. Um, Mostly because it has a GPS built into the dash that just like motorizes and pops out in real life, but in the game it's just permanently up. But I liked that it was a factory thing and was really clean instead of this stupid thing on my window here.
Turn right.
But yeah, no, I've actually already done a skin for that one so that I can have my company name and everything on it. The problem would be for that one that I'd have to
Roundabout. Take the
buy
first
a new
exit.
truck. I don't think they had a used one. I could check actually. Give me one
Exit
second so I'm
now.
out of this roundabout and don't crash and die. Because we have the used truck dealer digitally. Uh, Nothing in left hand. Right hand has a Volvo. It's the FH4 though. It's the older model. It still kind of looks the same though, to be honest. They changed the front headlights and stuff some, but other than that, like it's still got the same black air filter on the side. And I do like that truck though a lot, the Globetrotters. But 173,000, I think that's how much a new one is. Oh, it damn near is a new one, 83,000 kilometers on it. So if I go to dealers and go to Volvo, should be able to look online. Looks like the FH is starting without any of the added aero is 120,000 almost. And then as we get up into the, where is the 16? Is the 16 the old one? The FH5 the new one? I could be thinking backwards. Because these do look newer. Looking at these headlight designs, that looks like new stuff. And then if we go to used and go back to the right hand, yeah, that looks old. And but that's an FH4. I swore it was FH16. But maybe I'm thinking of a different truck. I don't see any 16s in any of the others either. I don't know. I'll definitely uh, one of the things I've been debating is being the fact that I've already got my own truck now and I can actually make money in larger chunks, is I have actually been debating on just doing the bank loans and working to pay off the loans. That way I can actually get other trucks that I want or something to play around with. And then at that point, it's just a matter of paying back the loans. I just feel like if I do that and I have what I want, I've lost my motivation to play. So by taking that stuff and making it that I gotta work harder for it, it forces me to keep going. um, I definitely have the attention span of a goldfish. You got about 5 seconds. uh, no, it's not that bad, but like really, I definitely have the ooh shiny issues to where I just takes a lot to keep me fixated on one thing. Garth Brooks, and you can tell this has been copied off of something because it's just home typed in.
Get ready to turn right.
Get old Garth Brooks. Oh shit. Am I supposed to, where the hell's the road? Oh. Oh, you can barely see this one.
Turn right.
I don't have trailer yet, right? Yeah, okay. Gonna say if I had to take tandems, oh no. Oh no. This is the pickup, so I have to take do I have to take tandems through this, really? Oh no. Maybe, I don't know. We're about to find out though. If I gotta take tandems down this is gonna be a little bit of bumping and grinding, that's for sure. I like the Volvo. I actually do like the Volvo more than the Scanias. To me, the Scania is cheaper, which is the only reason I was looking at it. But being that it's right-hand drive already screws with me because I don't regularly drive right-hand. The main reason I was looking at right-hand is because one of the other mods that I've been trying to figure out how to get into it. Um, it's Project Japan, or Japan Project, sorry. That was all dyslexic and backwards. So Japan Project, and obviously Japan's right-hand drive, and so it makes more sense on that map to be right-hand drive as to where this is fake France and left-hand drive.
Get ready to
So I don't know, but I do kind of want to start
turn
adapting
right.
to right-hand, and then at the same time, Euro Truck on the normal map crosses into a lot of countries that switch over to driving on the wrong side of the road. So like I kind of like the idea of switching back and forth between the two to kind of keep my edges dull. No, I keep my edges sharpened a little bit so that they're never quite sharp enough, but got a little bit of training in both. Are you kidding me right now? Please tell me I don't have to take tandems across this. Like, oh, oh, rolling backwards, rolling backwards. Okay, that's one of the things I just love about VR because you just don't get that kind of a sensation on flat screen. It just doesn't happen. But like, I didn't do it on purpose either. The this is just I built this rig before I even bought this game, so we'll start with that. This armrest perfectly lines up with the armrest in the game, and I know you guys can't see it because it's underneath a green screen. But so it's awesome because like when I go to lean out the window, I'm like leaning on the freaking door. So it's what the heck? Where are they sending me? I am like driving through somebody else's property and shit, and like this is how you get shot. You don't just be cruising down people's driveways and shit. Like, ooh, Cascada. I haven't listened to her since. I don't know that I've ever heard this song though. Love Again from the Every Time We Touch album.
Get ready to turn left. Turn left.
She sounds a lot hotter than she is. And I'm not saying she's ugly. I'm just saying that her voice is amazing. All right, we are back on concrete at least, it seems like, or blacktop. I don't know. We're on snowy roads. So that must have just been a shortcut that GPS had me taking, just trying to get me killed. I don't know what's going on, because I still don't have my trailers. I feel like I've been driving for a hot minute to still not have trailers. So hopefully, okay. I was like, hopefully I wasn't looking at it wrong, because sometimes I look at the wrong flag. So like when you pick up the missions, there's a green flag at the start and a red flag at the end. And sometimes I'll look at the red flag and think it's the start and it's right next to me, but the green's actually on the other side of the map and I hang myself. It happens, it happens.
Get ready to turn right.
But it sucks because you can't even just like abandon it. Well, you can, but if you abandon it, you have to pay a fine for not taking the load that you agreed upon.
Turn
I'm
left.
not doing that. I'm going straight, and I think that's what's going on. Every time I listen to this GPS and go that way, I get stuck. So we're gonna use this way, look in the mirrors, and go for it. Ooh, and miss the gear. Go to the wrong one. But yeah, and then honestly, if I got the Volvo, I'd be able to use my skin. So we're going kind of straight. You can see some of it on this one. It has an air box that kind of covers it. But I have this skin for the Volvo already made. So it has my uh, channel logo and name, and then where the dot codes. Actually, this truck I didn't do the dot code thing apparently. Towards the back on the Volvo, I remember I put all the like Kick and Twitch and YouTube and all the information for that stuff is on the side of the truck where the dots go, so it kind of looks like dot codes. So I'd at least be able to use that finally. Either way, I'll get the sound of the Scanias with the mods, so Still get that beautiful rumble. Just sounds like a badass muscle car. The heck is this? Ooh, mindless. I don't know this song though. What do they know by another mindless, or it's another mindless ripoff album by Mindless Self-Indulgence. What did I just hit? I was on the road even. All right, so don't trust the bushes on this part of the map, because apparently it's broken out into the road. I want to see if I can hit it again. Hold on. Watch out, car. Like, that bush should not have grabbed my truck. So how? Yeah, wow, that thing is out in the road. I'm definitely gonna have to, so at the beginning of picking up the load in this video, I have to remember that so that I can go back and actually, let me pull up the map really quick too. So it's right by Milan. So I'll have to message the mod creator and let them know that their bush is clipping out into the road, because that was definitely a him fault, not a me fault.
Keep left, and then turn left.
Oh, now I know this song. I just didn't know. I just didn't know that was the name of it.
Turn left.
Ooh, got a red light. How much damage does that do to my truck? Ooh, got 6% damage to the cabin at the moment, and the majority of it was probably from that. But as long as the truck's not stalling, I'm okay with it. Because a lot of that can also be tire damage from just normal wear and tear as I'm driving. Is this thing gonna go? Or... You have a green light, you idiot. That's life.
Get ready to turn right. Turn right.
It's really sad though that some basic
Get ready to
AI
turn right.
for traffic that's been around now since 2012,
Keep left.
2013 when this game was released initially, and it is just perfectly
You have
on
arrived at your
par
destination.
with actual human stupidity. It's just seriously, you'll just be driving and you just want to start killing people because of it. It's like so accurate. No, I don't really want to kill people. At least not right now. Okay, so we got our tandems. 141 euros a kilometer. And we got our pretty long load. I think the next one I'm going to try and get it to go down this way again. 'Cause this is, sadly, with it being my truck, I want to stay on the highway for better gas mileage. If I was doing loads for other companies, I'd be taking back roads and stuff like that to get more explored. All right, where is my load at? No. Shut up. That, what a dickhead game. It's that one. And then they have this. All right. I see what you did there. That is very real. Because that's exactly what the idiots at a dock would do. is trap a trailer at the back of the yard. That is way too accurate. What am I gonna do? This is gonna be interesting. I think I'm gonna have to try and like loop-de-loop this shit out. We're gonna figure this out though. We are going to. I will. I'm not gonna cheat. Or at least I'm gonna try not to. Thanks for pointing that out. I got half a tank still, so we are pretty good. Hold on, I gotta check that because I do want it to be more realistic. I swore I had it on realistic consumption, but it really doesn't seem to be going down as fast as I would like it to be. Um, where is uh don't remember how to set that. Oh, here it is. It is on. How is that realistic? Like, I've been driving for days on the same tank of gas. That's not realistic. Or same tank of diesel, but yeah. Like, I'm gonna have to find a mod that makes it consume a little bit more. Probably the scaling for because this is a one-to-one scale map. It probably messes with the consumption rates. It's gonna be my guess. But so we're gonna hug this trailer, get as far back into this corner as I can, I think. And then we're gonna turn and try not to trap myself. Which hopefully I didn't do. I think I'm okay. I also don't want to jackknife any of the trailers, so we gotta do as little adjustments as possible. Get around these boxes, so we're good there. Continue on straight, because we need these trailers to follow us as far away from that opening as possible. This is a good song. Guilty by Gravity Kills. I've always liked this song. I stalled it. Stally McGee's back at it again. What? Oh, hold on. I gotta check reverse. Go to R1. That's it. I was in the wrong reverse. Every time I start stalling it, now I know to check. Because that's usually what it is when I'm in the wrong gear. Looks like I fingered it out. These dock assholes thought they were gonna get me. Not today. Not today. You gotta be quicker than that. Oh, get that trailer pass. Come on. Don't hit. It's clear. Okay, good. I need to go out this door now, so I was trying to get wider. This is definitely not the best place to be taking tandems from, but it's also not the worst either. There's one part on this map where you gotta pull out onto a two-lane, kind of like this, that has a fence divider down the center, like a boulevard almost, but there's no width to it. Or is it fences or bushes? It's bushes in the middle, fences on the other side, and both get hung up in the wheels and trap you and stuff, and you can actually get stuck on them. And trying to get past that, Sonic Overload base mechanic, it's literally just a base track, and it ended. Now we got full out. Oh, it's perfect circle, but that's Spanish. Murdernoms Libras, isn't it Spanish? I don't know. I don't speak Spanish either. I was an idiot. I took French instead of I can't read or speak French either, so don't ask. But should have took Spanish. Spanish would have made far more sense to take.
Turn right.
Don't forget to indicate. I try to in Okay, so they're on my steering wheel, which is the only part that I don't like. I'd like to have a turn signal so that I don't do it in my actual car. So like as you're turning, you don't know where the turn signals are anymore because they're like on the wrong part of like the wrong position on the wheel. And then on top of that, when I'm driving my actual cars now, I come up to an intersection and I go like this and I try to hit the buttons and forget it's a turn signal. So it's also part of the reason why I kind of want to stay left hand. When I drive right hand in games, it actually changes how I drive in real life. So I have to be careful. It changes the position, like where you sit in the lane. So like if you drive a left-hand drive vehicle, you tend to follow the left tire track. Like that's just kind of natural. You don't even really think you're doing it, and if you're not following a track on the ground, you're usually following the car in front of you. So, but like when you're right hand, you're following the right track, and then you start just kind of doing it naturally, and then you find yourself driving like this. And you guys will watch it in videos. I drive down the right tire track constantly because of it. It happens anytime I played on the Japan project map, and anytime I play on the Shitoku Revival Project Tokyo map from Assetto Corsa, because those are both right-hand drive. And every single time it jacks me up. But that's all it messes with. It just screws up my positioning. Past that, I can do the rest of it fine. Turns sometimes get me, because again, positioning. But it's also why I want to practice it. I mean, can't get better. Oop, that's not a gear. Can't get better unless you actually do it. Like, I'd love to get better at playing an acoustic guitar, but it's never gonna happen because I just don't practice. So I haven't really set a schedule. Um, for the most part, the streaming is fairly random. Uh,
Go straight.
so I'm trying to think of how I have health issues that make it that I can't work or anything, and so like I can't even predict a schedule around my health issues. So like I kind of play as I feel okay. Um, and a lot of times it's usually as I feel okay or as my meds are kicking in really hard. So the more I stutter, the more fucked up I am. So like usually you'll know when my meds are kicking in. But um so if I'm stuttering like crazy and I say something really 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 stupid that offends you, just know I'm pretty drugged up. But um for the most part, I kind of play I'd say like midday, like around noonish, like 10 to 2ish, like between those time frames on weekday. Well, yeah, probably like almost every day I try really in the middle as much as I can because I use the games as a distraction. So the more I'm not thinking about everything else going on, the better. So, um, and then I try to play at night, usually like as I'm going to sleep, because this game is really easy to just kind of listen to music and chill out. Those are usually my more boring streams. I'll admit it straight up. I just kind of chilling and I kind of talk here and there. I mean, it's usually like
Turn right.
noon or midnight, 1 in the morning ish. So like it's pretty late. I'm already running out of steam. I just can't fall asleep, so I try to run myself out of energy. I've been kind of contemplating on setting a schedule because I know uh, Twitch and Kick both have scheduling systems. I just feel like every time I try to set a schedule, it's like my body works against me to make it that I'm fucked up in that time frame. So I kind of have to do it on a whim. It's so hard to explain, and it feels kind of stupid trying to explain it because like it's just not normal. And like that's actually part of the issues even with like working and stuff. Like you wake up in the morning and have to worry about if you're gonna actually feel good enough to even get to work, and that's enough to make me sick on top of already being sick. So like I just try to avoid it all as much as possible, and it's not working. You can't run from your own life. But this does actually kind of allow me to do the things that I enjoyed doing while I was healthy. So that's kind of why I do these kind of things. I was always more into the driving, racing, flying, more extreme sports side of things, being adventurous, that kind of junk. Uh, Now I'm like trapped in a damn house all day, every day, so I had to find a way to still try to do those things. Uh, Honestly, I can't fully complain. I gotta say, VR does a really damn good job at filling the gap. Like, it's not perfect by any means, but like, I don't know, it feels like I'm leaving the house. The streaming helps because it feels like I'm talking to people at work. Like, I don't know. And that's actually why I do it. I don't do this for I don't make any money or nothing. Like I just do this to do something besides sleep. Who mistake? I gotta get over. Let me over. Let me over.
The roundabout. Take the second exit. Exit now. Keep right.
Still like to finish my project car. I mean, I've been trying to sell it lately, but um, I'd like to get to the point where I could go back to finishing that, or even finish that and start a new project, because that's the stuff that I really like to do. I would totally like now that I've been streaming this kind of crap, like if I could get to the point where I could at least get into the garage and do my hobbies,
Keep right. And then
I
turn
would
right.
totally stream cutting and welding and fabricating and
Turn
just
right.
building all the weird crap that comes to mind. Working on cars, breaking cars. I still try every now and then. Usually it's like when something of mine breaks, because I can't. As a mechanic, how do you ever justify taking your car to a mechanic? I don't know. I can't let my ego off of that one. Um, I think that's one that I'll probably end up taking to my grave. I don't know that I ever want someone touching my cars. And it's weird too because like when the last place I worked at, I'm not even gonna say names even though this is all good stuff, but um the last place I worked when I was going through all my health issues and stuff, they fixed my truck at the time. Brake lines rotted out and blew out on it, and um, they ran all new brake lines on it and crap for me, and didn't even ask for a dime. Like, and it just feels horrible. It was definitely awesome of them though. Like, they did a lot more than that. Like, I can never thank them enough. But at the same time, I know I say dumb shit on here, so I'm not putting their name up here. All right, man. I'll talk to you. You have a good one. Peace out. Getting close to the major city again. I love the way he made it look like the rigs are in the middle of being built. Adds so much character and life to the city. Like that's. Oh, there's the helicopter again. Ah, thanks. I definitely have fun. I also like that when you look at it, you can actually see that each one of those balconies are there. It's not a generic square building like that. So like they put quite a bit of time and effort into the detail on these buildings. Like they're not just generic fake glass. Like a lot of them are. I'll give you that. But like even this one, you can see through the edges. So those pillars only are on the like it actually has legitimate balconies with like style pillars and stuff like that. I don't know what you really want to call it. Architectural styling. The hell is that? Like Stonehenge up on top of a building? Like what is going on? Can't be like a helicopter landing because you'd have to land in the halo. What is that? I'm going super slow. It's snowing, people. All right, just leave me alone. I'm just being overly safe doing 40 kilometers under the speed limit. It's cool. We're good.
Keep
Gotta
left,
get over.
then exit right.
Not here. There.
Exit right.
Oh, don't tip, don't tip, don't tip. Oh. The other thing I've been trying to figure out is how to smooth the footage that I'm recording. Because, like, they do have motion smoothing through the Oculus software, but I don't use that. I use SteamVR wirelessly. Um, And the motion smoothing that's offered through SteamVR really doesn't seem to do much, if anything. OBS has motion smoothing software, but it doesn't really seem to smooth. And I could try going back to the Oculus software, but the Oculus software seemed to like overload the system for some reason, even though really it should just be intercepting the OpenXR or the OpenVR signal before it sends it to the headset. So it should be taking something that's already rendered for the headset. Oh, it wanted me to keep left, and I went right. But it should be taking something that's already rendered for the headset, not increasing the load at all, and using that for the footage. And it seems almost as if it's creating a whole nother render on top of that existing render, because every single time I open it, it just crushes frame rates and kills it. So I gave up on the Oculus software. And virtual desktop has not worked for me since the Steam VR update that made it standalone wireless. I think virtual desktop had stabilizing software, but since I can't get it to work, it doesn't matter, does it? My Go juice is almost empty. More 311. See, I don't think this playlist is as random as it says. But like this song had 3 stars. I didn't star any of this stuff, so this is just, I'm guessing, whatever the people who ripped it did. But unless it goes off of how often I've played it, because I do listen to 311 like on the own, separately, without shuffling. It's very chill, Jamaican vibey music, like reggae. It's chill. I just realized this camper is doing friggin' 20 under. What's going on, bud? Wake up. Oh, it's a, what the hell? Got like a friggin' Ford Taurus over here towing a camper. Rascal Flats. Ooh, sliding, sliding, sliding. That actually brings up something with the center walls. You can actually see it in the game. The people who designed it correctly. But if you look at these center median walls, including real ones, the bottom of it comes up vertical. I want to say it's like 8 inches or 10 inches. It's like yay tall. And that's where the slits are for the forklifts to be able to pick them up. And then the wall kicks over about like half a foot roughly. Might even be a little more than that. And then it goes up the rest of the way to the top, so that when you slide into them like that, only your tires hit the bottom platform like a curb that's sticking up, and your car doesn't hit the rest of the wall, doing no damage to the vehicle, but it keeps you on the road. And if you hit it hard enough to get over that curb, that's what that ramp's for. That ramp is to redirect you back onto the road. Just in case you never knew, that's a little word of wisdom on what those center medians do. They are pretty cool. I never knew that until one of my buddies hit one. And I was just mind blown that the only damage he had was to his tires. Like, that was, well, I think it bent one of the control arms a tiny bit, but like, you can still get home on a slightly bent control arm. So like, that's huge.
Keep left.
a slightly bent control arm, and at the time he was driving a 95 Mitsubishi Eclipse. You're talking, what, a $50 control arm and maybe an hour's worth of work? I'll take that over destroying my car. That's for damn sure. So, don't know. Yeah, it does not look like it gave me any extra wear for hitting the wall like that. See, like this wall here is actually not designed properly. It's straight up and down. So that would be bad news to hit. Like, especially that guardrail actually protrudes inward towards me. So you'd hit that guardrail long before you hit that bottom wall. So that's actually not proper. And you can see the difference as it transitioned into, wow, I'm like, would you guys like fries with it? Like, what the hell is going on with my voice? Like hitting puberty all over again. I still gotta try the bus thing too. As you can see, there's bus stops on the little GPS-y thing here. So there are functioning bus stops on this map. I believe you have to purchase it might be an additional add-on. And then the buses are already there. You can buy them. I'm pretty sure. I want to say if I go into the dealership and I look all the way to the bottom, it has like additional vehicles. I think. Could be lying. Now I want to know if I'm lying. Um, Trucks used. What about actual dealers? Oh, maybe not. Oh, you know what I need? There's a mod that I'm missing, and I just left it out because I knew I wasn't going to use it. But I might have to put it in now that I think that it has to do with the buses. It adds non-trucks to the dealers. So it'll add like regular Dodge Rams with fifth wheels so that you can do hot shotting, which I believe is also an additional add-on. Crap, I got itch all the way above my eyebrow. Can't get that high. Looks like I'm itching my brain. Okay, there we go. Can you imagine if someone was actually like picking their nose on stream, but they were digging at it like that, just like full fisting up in there and shit, like ah. Got some Fallout Boy, but it's like acoustic. It kind of sounds like. I always liked that Fallout Boy sounds the same live as they do like in their music. I definitely appreciate that from artists. It doesn't look like they're faking it as much. I got a message. 8 days left to pick up your medicine. Hurry the f up. I ain't picking up shit. Where is my coffee? Running out. Got a little bit left. Gotta not spill and not crash. Mmm. Didn't want to choke on it and friggin' wheels started putting out input like right as I did it. start freaking me out, making me think I'm crashing. Got some crazy snowstorms. Definitely liking it. I actually enjoy driving in snowstorms like this, like in real life. That's if there was a job that had like hazard pay and only sent you out in this, I would do it. And like I know that that means that you also break down in this and stuff, but you also got to remember I know how to fix them. So that doesn't really bother me so much. I like the cold. You can always put more clothes on. You can only take so much clothes off. So I'm not a fan of heat. You give me friggin' negative 30s, I'll take that over an 100-degree day any day. Any day. And I definitely have experienced it, so it's not like I'm talking out of my ass. Like, we hit negative 36. I think it was the second year that I lived here, so that would have been 2019, 18. I moved into this house at the end of 17. It was like October, I think. So I'm pretty sure it was 19. I really do. Like, what is this? Lotto. What is Lotto? Sounds like Eurobeat. It's probably house. Especially considering it says like Lotto Volume 4. It was probably one of my old house CDs from like the late 90s, early 2000s. That's gonna be my guess. Yeah, and it says track 4. Doesn't even have like a legit track name. Yeah, that sounds like my mom ripped it. That sounds worse than I thought it was gonna. Now that I think about it, my mom ripped it. Oh, don't slide, don't slide. We're good, okay. Whoa. You wanna stay in your lane, Audie? I know you got that Quattro? Is that what their all-wheel drive is? The Quattro? Uh, pretty sure it is. I'm not a European vehicle person. Not a fan. They definitely over-design the shit out of their cars for no. Well, now I guess all the cars are at that point and getting with all this EV shit and. But early on, they had a ridiculously unnecessary amount. I know it was them growing towards where we're at now, but I can still complain about it. There's just no reason for it to be monitoring half of the shit that it monitors. Like, it checks whether the windows are down, whether the light bulbs are working. Like, you can do that yourself. Get a little mirror, like a freestanding mirror from your house, and place it in front or back of your car before you leave, and like check and see if the lights work. I do that like once a month. Or you get a family member or friend to stand out there and check it. Or You go to a shop and you just ask them, like, hey, can you do a quick light check? And they'll do it. They will. Like right then and there in the parking lot. They'll just left, right, reverse, good, high beams, you know? Just don't need all that extra shit. It's nice. It's not needed. I wish they had like a base vehicle still. It seems like all the base vehicles still like have power everything and monitored everything and 3OH. I always liked them. Never heard this on the horns. It's supposed to be 303. I don't know much about them, but I've always liked their music. It's kind of like Lonely or Lonely Island, Lonely Island. I don't know that one. It's kind of like satirical music usually. How do I keep going so fast? I have the limiter on, don't I? Oh, you know what? I might not have the limiter on because I was relying on the World of Trucks events automatically turn on the limiter. So let me watch. Can I get over 90 on an uphill? No, it seems to be governed. So how do I keep getting up to like 108 when I'm not going downhill even? This car was gonna get over in front of me, I think, and then he turned off his signal. He keeps kind of twitching too, like he's thinking about it. I kind of want to know what the programming is on the AI in this game. Like, what does it actually look at to know what it should be doing and when? I just realized that I never clipped this video, so we still got 20 minutes left. It's probably a good time to clip it so that the second half is still 30 minutes long. So everyone in the streams, just hang on tight. About 20 seconds, I'll be right back. Everybody in YouTube land, till next time, peace. If you liked today's episode, please consider leaving a like and subscribing as it goes a long way to helping the channel to grow. Thank you.